to make a new question for you?
Yeah, so we can change it. Me and Joel, we'll just
Yeah,
decide
sure.
to.
Okay, I'll give you a new question. In fact, I want Joe to start first because he's already answered the question. Okay, I want you to start. I have another question. Team oriented, and it's all going to hit home for us. Okay. Our second question, then, I got. What do you hope the Giants don't do?
Welcome to the Heroes of Fantasy Football podcast.
Joe, start us off. Give us lament with your answer once again, and maybe go a little more in depth here.
I don't want them to draft Sanders. I
Yeah.
don't.
So I've heard.
That's honestly the only thing I don't want them to do. I think I'd be very happy with. I really want Travis Hunter because I'm hoping that we can get Archie Manning next year. That's my goal. In Joe's perfect Giants world, we Travis Hunter falls to us. We take him at 3, and then next year we trade up wherever we ended in the draft and get Archie Manning to be our franchise quarterback. And for next year, we draft Justin Fields to a 1-year contract, see how he does, and then if he does well enough, maybe we sign him for another contract to play either ahead or behind Archie while he develops, and boom. My fear is that Travis Hunter is going to go second overall, and we're going to take Sanders. And I think he's just going to be a huge bust in the NFL. I think he's getting a lot. I don't think he's a terrible player, but I think his name is kind of propelling him higher than he should be. And I just think I have this dreadful fear that he's just going to be another Daniel Jones. We're going to spend all this money on, and then just be a same terrible team. I mean, how cool would it be to have Neighbors and Travis Hunter out there? Like, that's so cool. Come on.
That'd be fun. I think the thing with Sanders for me is the Giants this year, we retain Brian Dable and Joe Shane. If they draft a quarterback and it goes bad, they're both gone next year. There's no saving their jobs. So now you drafted a rookie quarterback, you changed the offensive, the coach, the GM. Most likely you're going to change the offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, because we have holes. You're not going to set them up for success, and it's going to basically just keep doing that motion. I mean, that's what teams do. It's you constantly change things around them, and then okay, you're terrible, and now you're gone, and like they put the blame on you. There are times like Justin Fields, for example, showed promise, also had some issues, but he constantly had changes around him. It's difficult to work that way, so. That I agree with that fear. Travis Hunter and Malik Neighbors would be really fun. You get a guy, Wandale, just to kind of do the underneath stuff, and then those two guys with more skill and all. I think that would be beneficial. Our problem is we just have so many holes that there's not enough draft capital to fill them all this year. So this is going to be a long process, and I think putting a rookie quarterback behind this team as it stands probably not gonna work. Look at what the Bears did, for example. They set up the offense for Caleb Williams, but they didn't really fix the line, and he had struggles this year. The number one pick, the pariah, everyone thinks is going to be the greatest quarterback. He struggled, and that's just how it goes for a rookie quarterback. If you don't have everything worked out, I mean, I know C.J. Stroud has a cool story. His first year led him to the playoffs and all, but the team was somewhat put together. No one really caught it. We didn't expect them to step up that well. But I'm sorry, the Giants aren't making that step up this year, and I think that would be a mistake as well. So I'm gonna be boring and choose Joe's. I don't think that's good. I'm gonna follow suit with Joe.
Hey, wow, gotcha. All right, well, I'm going to in theme of this. I think we're all on the same headspace here. I'm going to supersede the both of you. I don't want them to draft any quarterback at all. I think none of them are good enough. We have seen a constant trend where only like one or two guys from the draft end up being kind of starting caliber ready, and it's never usually the number one overall pick. Why would I want to take this coin flip of a chance when I can sign some guy one of these free agents here, Justin Fields. If somehow we can land, I mean, Russell Wilson's also a free agent, I believe. If we can land him, like, I wouldn't really care. I believe he's a free agent. I don't think they've extended him at all. With the thought in mind of give him a couple-year contract, so that way we can draft a young guy and have him learn under him. Then I'm okay with it. But do not draft a young quarterback to have them start immediately in the NFL. It's not going to work. I don't want to take that coin of a chance. At this point, Dable and Joe Schoen, they don't have the time left. They need results soon, within this year or the next. They need to set a sort of stability and create a good team with the little pieces that we have. So I don't want them to do any of that. I don't want to take any chances on a quarterback that just might not work out.
On that note, Chris, I've heard murmurings that it's possible that we might try to go out and get JJ McCarthy.
I also heard such.
What do you think
It's
about
not
that?
gonna happen.
That's yeah. So
No way.
I've heard those rumblings. A part of me is worried about that. Because like I said, I don't like trusting the young guy, and JJ McCarthy has not played a snap of football, at all. And I don't think he's bad. Right? Let me preface this. I don't think anything I'm saying that's not that the player is bad. It's just that it takes time to learn. Now, maybe you could argue that he was learning under Sam Darnold. Sure, that's possible. Football theory is very important to a player. I mean, it did wonders for Jordan Love, for Baker Mayfield, a little bit of Brock Purdy. Nothing too crazy, though. He kind of was thrusted into action, right? There's plenty of, even Sam Darnold, right, himself. There is benefit to sitting behind veteran experience. I just don't know. I almost feel I'd be safer, I feel like, if we had signed someone with more experience in the waivers, in free agency, than go get JJ McCarthy. I would still be more okay with it than drafting a quarterback, I think, if we could get a good price on it. I don't want to spend like 2 or 3 firsts on JJ McCarthy. But
they're not trading JJ McCarthy. There's no way the Vikings are going to draft him. In the first round last year, he gets injured and
Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, what happens?
They're going to keep him, but he's going to pumpkin. He's going to pumpkin. Don't worry.
I don't know.
Don't worry.
That's a lot of draft.
But I have a new fear.
They have Daniel Jones. They have Daniel Jones as backup.
We had him too. You can keep him. No take backsies. So my new fear after hearing that conversation is the Giants are going to do something stupid and go try to sign Kirk Cousins to be a bridge quarterback. So please don't do that. I don't want to even put that in the ether, but I just did. So please,
you
don't
just
do that.
did. Now it's your fault.
Don't do that. So when it happens, you can blame me. I'm on X at Matt.
I heard Cam Newton's available.
Yo,
there's not 32 quarterbacks better than him. So, but.
I mean, that's true. Anthony Richardson's in the NFL.
Woof.
Yeah,
Woof.
There's a couple of them out there. But all right, I think we've gone off the cuff, and I think we started going off the rails. So I think we can start bouncing out of here, unless you guys have anything else to add on today's show.
No, I'm good. Yeah, I think we went plenty off the cuff.
Yeah. These will be fun shows. It's the off season, so there are no rules. There are no roads where we're going. It's just, we have a couple topics and things, some things up our sleeves. We want to, have some of these conversations more. We're allowed to have these more in-depth conversations now where there's not as much of a time crunch on, we wanted to just get you guys information for starts and sits and all as you're making decisions. Now, the off season, we kind of like to talk about a little bit more dynasty related stuff, maybe some bounce back players, bounce back teams, things like that. So expect more of that to come. So without further ado, gentlemen, I think we're going to close it out. So as always, good luck, have fun, enjoy the rest of the NFL playoffs. We will be back next week. So,